We're about to begin the Life Skills Didactics CLC tutorial. May I ask you to connect to group chat and to the CLC for our first tutorial on Life Skills Didactics. Welcome, and for those of you who were at this side CLC, welcome back to tonight's Life Skills Didactics CLC Tutorial 1 based on Unit 1. So may I ask you just to introduce yourself for the purposes of tonight. If anyone's at parole, please indicate. Okay, so we might have to continue this CLC, even though there might not be any viewers present, but you're most welcome to join in during the course of the presentation. If you are at home, you're welcome to connect and feel free to participate through Q&A and use group chat to send through your questions if you so wish. Welcome to tonight's first Life Skills Didactics tutorial. As we begin, I have a PowerPoint presentation that I will go through in preparation for this module and for the first assignment. Tonight we're going to be asking the question, what is life skills? There are several activities that I have planned for you. I encourage you on accessing this this video on Funda during the course of this week to go through these activities in order to prepare yourself for the forthcoming tasks, assignments, and for promotion. In this tutorial, we will engage in an activity that introduces who we are. We're going to look at why should we teach life skills in light with the question that we're asking tonight, what is life skills? We're going to look at the module requirements and in particular the first assignment, and we're going to look at the curriculum's requirements. What is the life skills curriculum designed around? What does it contain? And then we will engage in a concluding activity and look to where we go to next. So in this tutorial, we are looking at understanding the content of the 3 study areas of life skills for the intermediate phase. And these 3 broad study areas are personal and social well-being, physical education, and the creative arts. I would like you now, as I invite you, just to get us going, to write down your name vertically on a piece of paper or on your computer. Use each of the letters for an initial word or phrase that best describes who you are. So you would write your name down as I have done. Vertically, my name is Desiree. And then next to each of the letters, use it as the initial letter for a description of whom you might think you are. In front of you are some words that I think I am. It's not always easy to describe yourself, yet you know yourself best, and you are a person. So I would engage you now just to write down your name vertically and to describe who you are, to share with us at the end. I would also invite you to send your responses on Funda as an email or you can post it on messages at any time in the week. In your Funda site, I have invited you to participate in a couple of activities under the lessons page. And one of the activities I've invited you to participate in is to watch a video by Joel Chelsea, who presented a talk on TED on the value and the campaign for life skills, especially the teaching of it as a school subject. I encourage you to watch this video again and respond to the question below. What is the value of teaching life skills at school? Or what are the consequences for not teaching life skills at school? I would like you to post your responses, at least 5 reasons for teaching life skills, your opinions on messages or in the lessons page in Funda. Doing so is going to prepare you for your first assignment, during which time we're going to critically debate why we teach life skills. We welcome the viewer from home at this stage. So what is life skills? Let's go back to the slide that I just showed you. All of that embodies the subject life skills, and it's encompassed in 3 study areas. We're going to go through that in some detail this evening. A short task for you to do now. In engaging with what is life skills, let's look at the question from our perspective. I would like you to now spend a few minutes at your leisure later on. If you have someone to talk to, you're most welcome to discuss it, and certainly write it down as a reflection of what do you enjoy. I'd like you to now take a few minutes to write down what are the types of music you like to listen to. Do you engage in dancing? Do you like watching Strictly Come Dancing? What is your view about dance? Do you enjoy it? What about drama? Are you a theatre goer? Do you enjoy drama? What kind of drama? What kind of dance? Do you enjoy going to the art gallery? Do you enjoy visual art? What about sport? Do you take part in any? Are you a fitness fanatic? And food. Do you enjoy food? Are you afraid of food? What kinds of food? What's your thoughts around your health? Is it something that you concern yourself with? And do you like traveling? What does travel mean for you? Are you one to have lots of friends? What's your friendships like? And then what's your family life like? You don't need to share any of this. It is about looking at what is life skills and how do you enjoy these things. All of this encompasses the life skills curriculum. It is about a lifestyle and it is about balance. So take a few minutes now as you think about this, and certainly it is a question that we are constantly working with in our life's journey. So as you introspect, take some time now to just record or discuss what is it that you enjoy about these things, these areas in life skills. If you are viewing this tutorial this evening, you're most welcome to send a comment or two during the course of the tutorial. But certainly it would be a useful exercise to see how are you balancing your life in terms of a holistic approach to life. The curriculum for life skills aims to do just that. It is a curriculum aimed at providing a holistic, wholesome, and fully balanced approach to school, to life, to children's lives. And in engaging in teaching life skills, these are some of the specific aims that the CAPS curriculum in life skills capture. It says life skills is there to guide learners to achieve their full physical, intellectual, personal, emotional, and social potential. It's about decisions in terms of health and environment. It aims to develop skills of awareness, self-awareness, problem solving, interpersonal relationships, leadership, communication, and appreciation, among others. And it allows learners to enjoy health benefits from exercise and developing their social skills through participation, especially in physical education. I urge you to read especially page 8 to 14 of the CAPS document. You will find an e-copy under the resources page in your Funda site. It is going to be essential for you to study those pages as you respond during the first assignment. So life skills is about lifestyle. It's about looking at the whole person. In front of you is a diagram that specifies or simplifies what life skills as a school subject is about. There are 3 study areas: personal and social well-being, physical education, and the creative arts. It's quite interesting to know that all of these over time were standalone school subjects. They were specific subject disciplines that was taught through specialist teachers. For example, music was a subject, and in some schools is still a specialized subject. Some schools in the primary phase also provides art lessons separately, as opposed to as an integrated approach to arts and culture. There's visual arts, dance, drama, and so forth. These were standalone disciplines that were taught in schools in the primary stages independently. PE in most schools still feature, and you had health and religion education as separate subjects. In the CAPS curriculum, these standalone subjects have now become part of life skills, a holistic approach to teaching life skills, and interrelated and an integrated approach to teaching the arts, physical education, health and environment. Here, knowledge, skills and values in terms of acquiring and practicing these skills have been interrelated as life skills in the intermediate phase. As part of discussion forum 1, I would urge you to comment on what you think about how this is approached, how the curriculum is approached. We will look at discussion forum 1 briefly later on. So what is this module all about? The life skills module has 4 outcomes, which you will find in detail in your module outline under Funda. The first outcome is about understanding the curriculum and the 3 study areas of life skills. The second outcome is about planning and developing a range of learning and teaching activities for these 3 study areas. And in particular, we're looking at the intermediate phase, which is grade 4, 5, and 6. The third outcome is about developing assessment schedules and plans and tasks for the intermediate phase. And being very much a performance-driven subject, there's a lot of demonstrations and role plays and performances that one has to plan for and assess. And the fourth outcome looks at contextualizing visual arts and performing arts as part of the creative arts in life skills and the role it plays in the life of an intermediate phase learner. These 4 module outcomes are designed around the curriculum and are each linked to your assignment topics in preparation to meet the requirements of the module as well as in preparing you as a teacher. There are 4 assignments, as I've mentioned. The 2 slides proceeding explain to you briefly what these assignments are. You will find a more detailed description of each of the assignments in your module outline, which you can access on Funda. The due dates are provided. Each come with a specific rubric for marking. The weighting is provided for you as well. Each of the 4 assignments are compulsory and are used towards promotion. Let's look at discussion forum 1, your first assignment, in some detail. It weighs 15% of your year mark for life skills. It involves the question of understanding the content of the 3 study areas in life skills, and it requires you to use the CAPS document in a discussion and not an essay on what is life skills, what are the study areas, how are they made up, and what are the specific aims for each of these. What's the thinking behind the content of this subject for schools? You will also engage and participate in a brief critique of the benefits of teaching life skills in the South African classroom. You will also look at the complexities and the difficulties that teaching life skills may present. Critique the curriculum in terms of sequencing and pacing of this subject in terms of time, learning involvement, and so forth. I will encourage you to participate in a discussion with each other rather than presenting a lot of information as you would in terms of an essay. If you quote from other writers, you are required to use in-text referencing. You're welcome to include a bibliography at the end for any material you may have accessed. At the beginning of this talk, I asked you to write your name vertically and to share who you are. I would urge you to submit this at some point. Feel free to do so on Funda under Funda Messages. And in conclusion, I would like to draw your attention to a couple of important points. Please regularly access Funda for any messages, announcements, and especially engage in the lessons that are designed in preparing you from one CLC to the next for this module. Resources that have been prescribed to you are found in your module outline. I urge you to add to that and always back up whatever it is that you're quoting or sharing in terms of opinion or fact from your resources, and always reference it. The EBSCO site is also provided for you on Funda. I urge you to access the EBSCO site, which provides you with academic resources, lots of articles and several books that you could use. I urge you also to avoid using Wikipedia. If you have to use Wikipedia, use it as a resource just for background knowledge and not as a main source. Also refrain from copy and paste chunks of material from internet resources. Your CAPS document is a vital resource around which this module is designed. You are to study the CAPS document, and as I've said earlier, there is an e-copy available to you. Our next CLC will be held on the 1st of September between 7 and 8 o'clock in the evening. Unless there is a change, you will be informed, and it will focus on planning and designing learner activities. You're most welcome. We do have time. If you have joined us since, I will connect to you. And you're most welcome now to take time to submit the acronym of your name and a bit about yourself from that activity, and spend a few minutes on questions based on what I have shared this evening. Okay, so we're going to connect to the Bay, who have some feedback to give us. So may I ask, is it Irma that's there, to unmute your computer and just share with us some thoughts on this unit and this module that you might have, raise any questions that you might have, and certainly share with us the acronym of your name. So unmute your computer, Irma, and we give you some time now.
I just have a question. First, a question. You have all these subject areas that were before specialized areas. Some schools have that still, and some schools don't. Is it a requirement, or is any teacher that does life skills as a didactic should be able to teach all those areas?
Wow. And that's exactly what Discussion Forum 1 is all about. Can you hear me, Irma?
Yeah, I'm going to mute to let me find this.
Sure.
There.
Yes, if you can just mute your computer for a minute as I respond, then you will be able to hear me better. The whole concept of an integrated approach to the arts and to health and environment that is found in life skills is a debatable one. And in debating this, one would need to go to why the Department of Education and the curriculum designers chose to do this. One would need to look at the NCS and would need to see why in the intermediate phase there was a reduction of subjects from the 7 or 8 learning areas that we had before. However, life skills now has become not so much a reduction, but a collection of all those subjects. And you rightly ask the question, would we have in schools expertise to present these various disciplines in the best possible way? Discussion Forum 1 is going to unravel that. One could say yes, the question is how, and one could say no, and certainly there would be reasons for why not. So during our participation in that first assignment, that is exactly the question I would like you to raise. And certainly when you are at schools, especially during your prac-teaching sessions, the modules for prac-teaching, you must raise those questions and observe what do schools do in addressing life skills in particular. In asking that very first question that I raised, why is life skills important? It's going to be based on that answer. If schools prioritize life skills as an important area for study, then they would provide the kind of expertise and ongoing support for teachers to develop in those skills. But if life skills is not prioritized as an important subject at school, then in many cases children are left to just fill in worksheets and so forth. So in engaging your first assignment, I would like you to unravel those critical issues there. And as you unpack to use that term, the curriculum for life skills in the intermediate phase, you will ask those critical questions because you are being prepared to teach that. You are meant to be able to dabble in all of that. And how best are you going to be able to equip yourself as a teacher? So thanks for raising that. I'm going to ask you to unmute and continue your response, and certainly share your acronym as well.
I haven't completely completed my acronym, that's why I asked where you can leave it as well.
You're going to have to repeat that. We didn't hear you well.
Sorry, I haven't finished my acronym, so that's why I asked where you can leave it as well at a later stage.
Sure, absolutely. Among this is also for those students that have not joined us tonight. I would encourage you to post it on messages, post it in the lessons, and certainly you can email it through. I'm just going to go through to the Q&A. There might be a viewer who's watching from home. If there are any questions, you're welcome to send it through as well. Any questions on the module itself? Anything on CAPS that you might want to raise now, the Bay? Do you have any concluding comments to share?
I don't have any questions regarding the first discussion forum. Other things will come over time, I assume.
Sure. And with that, I'm going to bring up the last slide and just say again to all those of you who are registered for Life Skills Didactics, as we proceed through this semester, I wish you every success and much significance, because as much as we have a lot of emphasis on the languages, on maths, on science, life skills provides that balance. So in preparing yourself for this module, for the assignments, in preparing yourself to be a life skills teacher, this is about lifelong learning. And so there's much significance involved in preparing yourself for this module and making a difference to societies, to individuals, to the world at large. So I want to wish you well in preparing yourself for this module and bid you good night as we draw to an end this evening. Thank you.